Well, we should probably either burn these things or shoot them out of the airlock. I don't want them around here.
Shoot them out of the airlock. But before that, let's burn them, just to be sure. They're disgusting. It tells with her face that not even trying to hide it.
Yeah.
What do you guys do to dispose of these creatures? How do you do it?
Exactly that. If we can light them on fire and then throw them out the airlock.
Oh, you want to light them on fire?
Ronnie. I mean, Ronnie's got torches and stuff.
Not at the helm.
Not in the helm. I guess we're gonna. Well, is there even an airlock in the helm?
No, not the helm.
That we
Why
could
would
shoot
they
them out of?
airlock by the helm? It's the most secure location in the entire ship. How did these guys even get in here?
That's a good point. How did they get in here? You said before that they had to be summoned, right?
Yeah. These are the creatures that are generally summoned by like powerful followers of Adasor and the like.
What if somebody on the ship isn't who we thought they were? Or we brought somebody on board who's like a spy or something?
If we did, we can easily just drop them off. They won't be our problem for too long.
That might sound very stupid, but Inch will kind of think of Ririsu and really told them. They're like, that one is a lizard. The other one turns into some kind of monster.
Either way, we need to get him off the ship.
Yeah.
No,
Dispose of him
I'm
somehow.
not, well, I'm not playing
Also,
the
what-
dragon.
Also, what was Amphitrix doing all this time? Where is that guy? What's about his whereabouts?
Why are
yeah.
people always suspicious about Apetrix?
Yeah,
Yes,
there's a lot of questions about who's where and what happened. But before all that is answered, these bodies do seem to be rising. The massive creature that you guys have killed that took almost 200 damage is basically ash. It left behind a clear crystal ball. It's like the size of I don't know, like a basketball. So it's just like rolling like boom, boom on the side. These two entities are recovering ? Eventually.
Bjorn,
What do you guys do?
let's try to take these things heads off and then like drag them out of the ship.
I mean, if they're
It's goop.
due to a chemical effect, couldn't
Oh, it's goop.
Dispel
It's
them?
They
like
are
slime.
gooping up to essentially become one thing, one different unit that is singular instead of the limbs that you guys left around.
Okay, so they're trying to like reform, kind of like the
Yes.
T-1000 in Terminator.
Yeah, it's gonna take a lot longer
Great.
than that, though. Clearly,
Okay.
it may be a
Can we
1
melt them
hour
with ash?
process. I'm sorry, who said what?
we let them with acid?
Would you guys wish to do hit them with acid?
That I can throw acid.
Yeah, sure. What do you use
And-
as acid?
What?
I mean, I
That'll
have
work.
the acid splash spell.
Yeah. Go ahead, hit
I
them.
can
Do
hit
they
the
have to make a
creatures with
save,
it.
or do you have to hit them? Do you have to make a spell attack, or do they
I
save?
have to make a
Yeah, spell
no, it's a
attack.
spell attack.
Spell attack. If you hit one, I think you hit the other. Anyways,
Yeah, it says I can target 2 creatures within 5 feet of each other.
yeah. What? So put up the spell. I always forget. Do you have to make 2 rolls, or it's just auto hits the other guy?
Oh no, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, the deck save. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. 18, right? Okay. What is the dex on a goop of just mass of meat? What do you guys think? Like a
I mean,
good
can it
like a
even make a
-8?
dex save if it's like dead?
No. I mean, I'll give it a save. It's a -8. Oh shit! Roll really fucking high. Okay. They both failed.
Okay, so they each take 1d6.
Wait, there's a -8 from the original number. 1 still failed. They both failed. It doesn't matter. He could have passed if it was just a little higher. The DC was maybe a little lower. How much damage?
And then
5 damage?
hold on, I have
Or 6 damage?
stuff. Give me 1 second. Well, it's 1d6 per creature.
No, they take 2d6 each.
2d6.
Yeah,
That'd be
at
6
least.
for one, and then 7 for the other.
Okay. Yeah, they melt away. That's all you have to do. Hit them with something that'll destroy them. Fire was not the answer. Fire empowered them. Great, good job.
Okay.
Encounter officially over.
Bjorn is going to put the blade of Ezgul away.
Mhm.
His axe out.
You have a point of exhaustion.
Okay. He will take the point of exhaustion.
Yes.
And he's going to walk past Lunara. And he's going to bend down and kiss her cheek. And proceed to walk away.
Take the elevator.
Yep.
Okay. Smooth guy goes to the elevator. Anyone else?
Lunara's probably gonna follow him to the elevator.
Wait, what?
Angel.
What does Lunara do?
Yeah.
Lunara's gonna follow him.
Oh, okay. Joins Bjorn in the
Angel.
elevator. Ange remembers
Angel.
that she left Lita Urdum without an answer of where to go.
Yeah, and they go back in the elevator and kind of
The elevator left. It's so
stand between
fast.
and they stand before this too, like, they have that vibe of parent chaperoning their teen kids. That face they have.
I caught half of that.
Okay, so they have that look and kind of sitting in the elevator between the other two, and like, when a parent is kind of chaperoning their teenage kids, they're like, yeah, I'm staying here.
I mean, you do know that this elevator is so fast. The moment anyone steps on, it leaves, right? So those two are in
Yeah.
it by themselves, and you have to
Okay.
wait for it. But that's that. What do Ronnie and Arthur do?
Arthur.
Ronnie,
Okay, you first.
are you sure?
Yep, I'm sure.
Ronnie will go ahead and go back to the helm computers where that thing was. I need to try and find out what that big and nasty was trying to do with the savior. I want to see if I can keystroke this thing and find out what exactly he was doing.
It's obvious. He was shutting down systems. He was trying to make a back door to make this ship locatable. He was able to shut down some systems, very rudimentary systems that you could turn on in an hour or two. But other than that, they weren't able to do more. But you can tell what they were trying to attempt.
Ronnie is going to try and systematically change all the access passwords. So there's something else. And then need to talk to somebody about upping security. Where the hell were all of our security guys when all this was happening?
Sorry.
Arthur comments.
Mhm.
Probably accepted a bribe or two, or maybe they are part of those poor sods that we brought with us. Who knows?
I don't know,
Yeah,
but it's
Arthur, you know, actually. And anybody from the overworld knows automatically. This is commonplace, to be honest with you. Assault on individuals. It's oftentimes that individuals are parading about or casually going from one location to the other. And unbeknownst to them, creatures would arrive. Planar creatures often do this. Get Yankee have been known to sort of be the experts in this regard, but generally, any creature that is capable of a teleportation or some sort of degree of travel without sight or having known the area too much. The more empowered you are, obviously, the easier you are to access locations like this, especially if they are branded all to hell with Adasaur symbols, which leads you to believe that it is more of a connection with Adasaur than anything, and it might behoove you to get rid of all that insignia sooner than later. This has not happened in the underworld, for you can assume that Adasaur has 0 power in the underworld, but here in the overworld, it seems that you're threatened.
we need to take off all the Adasaur iconography off of this ship, and we need to do it
Yep, starting with
as
Ange.
soon as we can.
No, Andy's a friend.
That's an iconography, though. Counts.
Maybe we can strip the armor off. Maybe we can strip the armor off.
Well, you think she's not
Or at the-
branded? You think she doesn't have a mark on her? You on the wrong
I mean,
ship.
if it's just the armor, then maybe we could just give it a nice paint job. But all right, Arthur. I think me and you need to start looking around the ship and tell, I guess, anybody that we want to tell. Engineers, start looking for Adasaur marks and either cover them up or buff them out
Or destroy them.
or destroy them. Either or.
Is that going to be enough?
I'm just happy.
Is it
I'm just
magically
happy.
influenced? Is the whole ship scuffed? These are
Ronny has
questions.
no idea, but this is
These are questions running in your minds, yeah. But Ange, the main one, is the two of them is still waiting for the answer on what to do with the people. He is leaning towards, obviously, just let's take him there if you trust him enough. But you are aware of where the location is, and I don't want to take away from the actual point of interest. Our elevator friends, what are you guys doing?
Once Lunara gets in, the elevator moves. Bjorn is 100% going to full-on kiss Lunara.
Oh,
Oh boy. Oh boy.
does Lunara reciprocate?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was so excited.
Excellent. So there was like a 4-second elevator ride. You guys are upstairs, are distracted, kissing, and are sent back downstairs because Ange called it.
Bjorn doesn't.
Okay, so I was kissing
He's
when
pretty much got her pulled as close to him as possible, and his arms are wrapped around her.
Could I have you guys make insight checks? You're inciting
not
an
even
elevator.
gonna
You're inciting an elevator. Do you realize it's going down?
Bjorn
Probably
doesn't.
not.
Bjorn
I mean,
don't
are
care.
these one of those elevators that has like the emergency stop?
I mean, my
No,
passive
but you could.
perception is also moon, so I don't know if that helps.
What's your passive?
15.
Not enough. This thing is so subtle. 19 is just enough to catch it, but it's up to Bjorn
Bjorn
to
doesn't
pull
care.
back if he even cares if
Bjorn
other.
doesn't care.
There you go, boom. Elevator
Doesn't
doors
give a
open.
fuck.
There's like a bit of a conversation that is continuing about like, man, we gotta get rid of all this crap around this ship, and then it's like quiet as 3 people are looking towards 3 people in an elevator because Crash is invisible in a corner, like hiding his face away. He does not want to see this. Like his ears are like covering his face. And then eventually the elevator door closes again, but it doesn't go anywhere. So it's just there, but it's closed because it doesn't stay open. Cool. That's as much fade to black as I could go in the clean version. What do you guys do?
Each tries looks for a split moment, like very surprised, and then tries to very fast push the button, like push, like 20 or so times during like a few seconds.
Yeah, you were
And it's
waiting,
like,
got distracted, and then you see this. And then you get more
And
distracted because
how-
you're like, what the? What do you do though? Do you do something?
and then so the door opens back on the second time, and it kind of pushes on the button, presses on the button a few times. Does it open again, or they go back?
Yeah, actually, you press it again, and it opens almost even before you press it, but you still make contact, so you feel like you press it, but you realize you didn't, as there's like little pitter pattering, little steps walking out of the elevator.
Do I see this too in the elevator?
I don't know. Do they see y'all?
I mean, yeah, he hasn't let her go.
Okay. Yes.
So Ange looks at them, and they have that face of like, when you are of a middle-aged man counting their children making out. They have that look. They're like, not sure what exactly to do in this case.
You just remember that Bjorn is the young one here.
It's so true.
Then throws a look at Lunara, a long look, like a disappointed parent that and looks at Lunara and is like,
Like, come on, you're
kind
gonna
of
mess with.
lowers their face.
I imagine.
Like, they look,
Pardon. I imagine an elf parent would just frown upon that and think, "What are you doing with this jailbait? What the heck is your problem? Like, they're a
Yeah.
10th of your age. What are you doing?"
That's
yeah, that's their face. That's their face.
Lunara's old as shit.
Oh, relatively speaking.
Age is a number.
Bjorn
Don't care.
Bjorn don't care.
And-
Bjorn don't care.
And jail is just a room.
Oh, like and subscribe.
What's going on today?
I got you.
Oh man.
Okay, so Ange enters the elevator and pushes the button and is like, I need to go to speak to this little organ. And position themselves just right between these two.
Do you guys stay in the
Maybe
elevator?
this
He can Opposed strength check.
I'm pretty sure
mean, I
anyone
could just
nudging a
blindly
kiss would
kiss it.
stop the kiss. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
Other
yeah,
physical
He's going to
contact.
stop it, but he's not going to let her go.
Yeah, but I'm
Still
sure it
hold
halts
it
it.
close.
valid.
Listen, I don't expect y'all to pull apart, but for sure, at least Ange is in there, sort of
Lunara probably looks
interposing.
slightly embarrassed.
Yeah, she's interposing. Ange is interposing at least. It is now awkward to continue.
Bjorn just looks at Angie and goes, shh, shh, don't say shit. Shh.
Everyone sees this.
Lunara's
Everyone
probably
hears you say
burying her
shh
face
as the
in his
elevator
chest
doors
to try and
close.
hide.
Angie
Oh.
looks at Bjorn and is like, how old are you?
Old enough.
Love that that's the number one point of concern.
To Ange, yeah. She knows what humans are.
I mean,
Those
to
immature
be
young
fair,
things.
Bjorn kind of towers over most of
Wait, how tall is Bjorn?
It's pretty tall.
the Bjorn is
How tall is
almost
Lunara? How
Lunara's
tall is
6'3".
Lunara?
Bjorn's
Angie's the
almost
shortest.
It's a team full of basketball players.
Actually, no. Angie's
But I think
5.
Bjorn is the heaviest out of the group.
What is
Let me
Ange?
check how that is. Let me check. 5'7".
That's tall.
Ronnie's 6 even.
Oh, it's pretty average.
Yeah.
It's pretty average.
Still
Daniel,
dunk
are
on
the
someone.
tallest?
I think Bjorn is also the heaviest out of the group, though.
Wait, how tall is Bjorn?
He's almost 7 foot.
Okay.
Arthur is what?
Angie's-
6 feet, maybe? Maybe
Angie's like 5'6",
5'7".
5'7",
And then it would go
somehow.
like Bjorn, Lunara, and then
what's Arthur's size? What's his height? Victor?
Let me check.
I don't know how much is that in feed, but it's either
This is gonna be in the quiz next week, so
it's either 5'6" or 5'7". I believe it's 5'7". I'm not sure. I don't know in feet too well. It's either 5'6" or 5'7", somewhere around here.
Height 6 feet.
6 feet. All right.
Okay, so it's Bjorn, Lunara, and then I think
Tie between the two, Arthur and Ronnie.
Yeah, Ronnie
Then-
and Arthur are the same height.
Then Ange. Then Crush.
then Ange. Well, obviously, Crush. He's freaking tiny.
This level. Wait till level 20.
Like maybe
Yeah.
2 feet tall on his tippy
What?
toes.
He's by
He's
level
a tiny
9.
creature.
By level 19, I'm gonna give him a size upgrade, and then by level 20, he's gonna get another size upgrade.
Yeah.
Like, come on, you ain't see this coming?
Yeah.
You have to fly Crush to the final encounter.
How heavy
Must.
is everybody?
Heavy?
Yeah.
Arthur heavier than most because he has scales, but
Does he
everyone's
weigh more than Bjorn?
probably the
Lunara's
same amount.
140.
Ronnie's 175.
Actually, I don't know what Bjorn is. Bjorn might be too much muscle. Bjorn might just
Bjorn's
be
3.
one muscle walking.
He's
Yeah,
just a walking muscle.
He's just one. He's just the one muscle that grew other parts. Grew limbs. He's a muscle that grew
300
limbs. There you go.
pounds.
You made out with a limb. Well, you made out with a muscle. Oh,
I can
whatever.
live with that.
Okay. That sounds dirty in my book, actually, in different ways. I'm done.
Oh no! Oh no!
Moving on.
Angie's like,
Lita Urdem walks in. Oh, okay.
Welcome to my
Right.
soundboard.
Welcome to your soundboard.
Yeah, Bjorn is just an imposing looking human.
Yeah.
Actually, now I realized that Inch doesn't look that imposing in height and body, but they're deceiving. They're like, looks can be deceiving.
Yeah, I mean, you have armor
Lunara's
too,
tall,
so
but she doesn't look very imposing.
you're just thin.
Yeah,
You're
Bjorn
very
doesn't
thin.
wear armor.
You're just like a stick, I'm assuming. You hide really quickly.
Actually, no. Inch is like 160, 150? Somewhere around here.
All right. Either way, do we get to Lita Urdum eventually to tell them which way to go?
Yeah, Aang is more than welcome to go there.
For sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Once the elevator's cleared, and actually, she takes the elevator up with y'all. What y'all do after that, that's on y'all. So she goes, I guess. What do you say to Lita Urdum, Ange?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Inch
don't want
looks
to leave
toward
Ange alone.
Little Wardum and makes a smile and looks at him, like trying to look at his facial reactions and see what his reaction is like.
About what?
Lunara's gonna grab his hand and pull him out of the elevator because she doesn't want to leave.
About all
Ang alone.
them running away from him and coming back a few minutes later.
Oh, okay. Makes sense, Lunar. You run away to where you will. You have a whole ship.
She's gonna pull Bjorn out of the elevator because she doesn't want to leave Ange alone with what's his face.
Oh, so you're dragging Bjorn with Ange.
Yep. Uh-huh.
Excellent. So I'll just put you right there. Look, there you
I
go.
don't want to leave. I don't trust him being alone with her.
Excellent. Bjorn, you have been dragged. You find yourself dragged by a stick.
You willingly accept
a tall stick, but a stick indeed.
She's a muscly stick.
Is she muscly? What's your strength score?
15.
Oh yeah. Color me impressed. She probably beat me up. Anyways,
muscular stick.
Yes. Then it's not a stick. Then you got that a lift. Either way.
I mean, you can be muscly and slender. It's a thing.
Yeah, you can, but that is more obvious. You cannot hide away much easier with muscle. Let's put it that way. And it's coming from someone fat and muscly, so I would know. Okay, Lito Urdum, who looks at the group that has arrived. His wife no longer there. You guys wasted so much time. But he is talking to Ririsu, who is a Symphony member. Not me. I just took their name. Ignore my name for the moment. In Discord.
I knew there was a coincidence.
But he's my favorite character in my book, and then I didn't know I was gonna put him in the book, and I was like, I guess he would have a chance to come around every once in a while. Anyways, they turn around, they look at you. He responds to Ange, saying, I figured it was just an issue you were dealing with. I awaited your decision. But bumping into Ririsu was a pleasant surprise. Sort of gives you guys the
yeah, of course your kind stick together.
Bjorn is definitely going to tense up saying Ririsu.
I'm sorry?
Bjorn's going to, like, his muscles are going to tense. Ririsu's the dude that he wanted to cleave in half, and Lunara used fucking whole person on him.
Oh, shit, okay. Yes, but he looks different. He looks more aware of his surroundings. Anyways,
like he's still got it.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, what do you guys do? He's Lito Urdum looking at you.
Angel kinda Theirs were still unsheeted and we're like moving it around and things. So we had a little bit of cleaning to do. Pests trying to use to stick together in these old ships.
Hopefully nothing too terrible. I know pirates can run rampant around these systems, but this one should be generally clear of it. It's honestly concerning that you're coming to me with this.
Oh no. And kinda makes a few circles around the Ririsu and the little order. Kinda pacing around them in circles. Oh no. That was another kind. These creatures, if my memory serves right, isn't a specialty of your family, and kind of gets very close to Little Order and kind of raising their eyes up and making piercing eye contact with him to see what their reactions are.
Yeah, his genuine look is stoicism to a degree, but he seems to sort of get what you're saying, and his response is simply, "You don't mean creatures born of belief or something like that, right? Were they dinosaur creations?"
Look like them, at least.
Fiendish, more angelish. Which one? If you don't mind.
Look more like Lulu, more like a really
The first type.
Yes. No. What? There no. There shouldn't be too many that know the old phrases. This is problematic. Did they evaporate into light, or they turn to ash, try to return or regrow? Anything like that?
They did turn into some sludge, and some of them trying to come back, but my dear.
Wait.
So looks at over there, kind of took care of them.
Right now, you see a very concerned Little Ordum. The entity is large in stature. So he does take up a lot of space. Ririsu sort of backs up as he's sort of like doing like this bit of pacing back and forth. And Little Ordum just looks to Ririsu and he says, "Do you think that we've been infiltrated?" And Ririsu says, "I'm not sure exactly if that would mean that. It would be good to investigate." And then Little Ordum goes back to you, and he says, "I'll have my best people look into it. If you could have an entity, the entity that will arrive will be a Court of Horns member. They will be looking to investigate the location in which you saw these individuals. If it was a wormhole or a portal that allowed them in, point it out. If it was just access through one of your general entries, that would be good enough as well for you to show them. But that is definitely concerning to have a celestial and one of the fiendish types of Adasaurus creatures working together at the very least means cataclysmic events to come." He seems to be confused. He heard you say something.
Arthur in this conversation?
Unfortunately, Arthur's not here. Arthur's in the helm or wherever they decided to go after the fact. But Ange and the other two followed up with Lito Urdum. But I will just relay this bit. Lito Urdum believes that you are speaking of a celestial and a fiendish creature fighting together against you in this planet. He does not know much more than that. But that's what he believes. That's what he heard. You may correct me.
Well, it was... Wait, out of character.
Yes.
Weren't they all English?
They were all fiendish. There are no celestial forms at all here that evaporated into light. Although one did evaporate, but not light.
But not in light.
No, it evaporated with acid. Everything got evaporated by acid, but you didn't specify acid. You said one evaporated, and then the other two turned into mush. And to him...
And then... Inch kinda looks at him and it's like, it's not that. My dear, and makes a short pause, Lunara. She threw some pretty hard on acid on them. That should have evaporated even us. Not only a fiendish creature.
So it wasn't only fiendish. There's a collaborative effort here between the planes.
No, they all of them seemed fiendish.
They were only fiendish.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, I misunderstood. I thought one of them didn't turn into goop. They didn't want to return. So all of them had the capability of returning, though. The other one, you just didn't give it a chance.
Threw some acid.
Yes, that would definitely aid in having them disappear better.
Because I don't want these pests running about, at least not as long as we have civilians in the ship. I don't want these poor innocent folks to... because of our negligence.
Yeah, there's this look of relief in Ririsu. And Adasor, you can tell like it's priming up, but he's sort of at the edge there and unsure yet. And in fact, he just says real quick. So to reiterate, you faced off with some Adasor entities, probably summons from a different plane, all fiendish, none of the celestial or primordial realm. Correct? He's looking at everybody now, waiting for an answer. Looking at Lunara.
Correct.
Does Lunara answer? Or give a nod or something?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
He just asks if you fought only fiends. And yeah, you only fought fiends.
Remain stoic with that.
Okay. He's very concerned with you not answering. And then he looks cautiously to the Bjorn in the back. Does Bjorn say anything? Fiends only?
Bjorn's gonna look at them both and be like, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Heck, a fucking crab thing.
Yes, they do come in many shapes and forms. Unfortunately. Well, I hate that my father's abilities still linger and often disrupt people's days. Hopefully, whatever help I could offer mends that, or at least mends our relationship. But if it's just fiends and you are able to handle it, if there's no portal lingering, you should be fine. Assuming there isn't some other issue lingering. But honestly, point me to the direction. Am I taking the people around here, or do we have to take a trip to one of the other towns? Again, I could say it 1,000 times over, and you'd either believe me or not, but it is up to you. They will be safe.
And are you sure that that place is really safe? Like, it's pretty old.
Ririsu speaks up and he says, "Yeah, I've been there. It's adequate." It will report them.
I doubt that such place will remain just free for so long. They are creatures that are attracted to high Fei and magic energy, and also, who knows, maybe some of... And looks at the little world, you know, whose followers are still lingering over there. We don't want civilians in a war. You sure?
The tip of the spear has been very good at keeping itself out of prying eyes, let us say. A massive force between them and whatever cultists would dare try to arrive. Lays before them.
And also, I'm just gonna ask, why? Why exactly that place and not... Why do you exactly recommend that place and not another? What are your plans for these people's future?
It's the closest location for them to gather without issues occurring. They have supplies in surplus.
And where exactly are these supplies coming from?
Many donations. So, Ange, before you ask each of them 7,000 more questions, Ronny, Arthur, Fresh, I'm Fresh. What are we doing?
Yeah, you can
I think that Ronny would definitely want to like search around the ship for Adasaur marks. He'd try to talk to the engineers about trying to assist them in that and the different levels.
The engineers, when you go to the room of the engineers, all of them, 6 of them are all sort of playing a game of poker. You go up to them with this, and they all sort of look at each other, and they all collectively look to you. And then one of them says, why don't you get the crew hand to find it, and then we'll take care of it. It's no point in having us break our heads going up and down the place till we could hammer it out. What's the intricacy of it? Is it magical? Is it full mechanical? Are we gonna need Jake for this? Jake is one of the engineers who deals with the mana magic.
Can I have Arthur like walking behind Ronny?
Yeah, you're with him. Great.
Okay. Arthur says. So what is he asking?
He's asking get the crew to look for the whatever you guys want, because they don't really know what you're talking about. And then they could fix it.
Effigies, symbols. Yeah. Basically anything that says it's Adasaur's name in the interior. Your egg gets defamed or destroyed.
Sure. We'll take a look at it. The moment you point us out a couple, we won't know what we're messing with till we get our hands on it, I guess. But
Look,
the more people you
buddy.
have looking for it, the easier our job gets. But if we start being the ones to seek it out, then we're gonna be spending a lot more time looking for stuff rather than fixing it. You get me?
Arthur goes to one of the air vents
Mhm.
and kind of like says, "Pack."
What?
And kind of says, "Pack. Need you to look for Adator symbols around
Who are
the
you
ship
asking this
and
to?
mark the pack for the air
Oh,
vent."
so you're gonna go to the rats, right?
I
So
mean,
last
their eyes
time,
and you.
I believe you guys had the rats do something else as well. To be fair, I can't remember what it is. Could you guys remind me, maybe?
I think
You
we
know.
said something about looking the ship for hostiles and then reporting it back to security.
Or suspicious people. Well, it's to keep an eye out, like because of the extra people, right? I think. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Then in that regard, cool. I'll hold that. Put a pin on it, really. And then back down here. But rats. Okay, so eventually you get to the rat pack, and you ask them to find the symbols. They're able to find most all symbols, but there's gonna be spots where they will not think to look. So you guys will still have to do some work in that regard. We'll roll. How about 8 D100s for me, Arthur? One at a time, or all of them at the same time. I just don't care. Be all rolled at the same time if you want. Okay. 4 more. That's all I need. Come on, Arthur. Give me those arbitrary numbers, please.
I'm
Ange.
sorry, you need what now?
No. From Arthur. I just needed D100s from Arthur. You guys are outside again talking, so you guys can roll con saves again.
Oh yeah.
I have to roll a con save?
Yeah. That's a failure. It's pass.
Also, you can tell by some moments that I believe Little can tell that at some point the question are less about the safety of the people and more about nitpicking in Little Order's leadership skills.
Yeah.
We can get it by some level. Like we have asked like over 100 miscellaneous questions. Like some of them are important, but between them they are like asking some random and not that important stuff.
Okay. Do we ultimately give them a decision? Do you tell them over here as opposed to the village that's farther away?
So you were gonna
I mean, it doesn't have to be Ange alone coming up with this decision. Lunara and Bjorn
I would
are
say
over
we
here.
take him to the actual town.
Shall I roll on 1d100?
You need a D100 for your affliction, yes.
Here's my take on it. I think that either way you slice it, the refugees are at risk. They're at risk if they stay on board, especially since Adasor's guys, cronies, can get on board, especially since now we know that there could be somebody that is assisting them. Maybe not. It's just a theory. You know,
So,
I personally think that the Court of Horns guys, if they take them over to their safe house, safe area, whatever it is, you know, it might be a better shot. We at least have a couple of guys that are on the inside of the Court of Horns that we know of. So I honestly feel like, you know, if we let them take care of it, you know, it might not be as risky.
Ange, you are affected by Fey affliction. And in this effect, there is almost an awareness of the things you can interact with. Specifically, because this thing that you're closest to and can interact with, you've met them before. Long time ago. You remember them as Dalu. You remember the voice. You remember them specifically protecting you, specifically trying to thwart all of the misdeeds of Adasor. Adasor was never evil, but they definitely strayed away from the right path. Dalu, in his final attempts, maybe in his, rebellion, chose to become the head general for Adasor, to be at the front lines. And taking the Project 23 was effectively his job. He captained it. The other Court of Horn members, the West, Dalu, speaks to you now. And it says they'll be safe there. They'll be safe in the tip of the spear. I can see it from here. You can speak with inanimate objects.
Ange makes kind of face and says, then perhaps. Wait, where did he says that they will be safe? In the tip of the spear?
In the tip of the spear.
Ange lets a long sight and is like, well, old friend, I'll have to trust you one more time, I guess. I hope it won't be on a whale. And then towards the little Ordom and is like, it's not like I trust you. It's that Dalu said it will be good enough.
Little Ordom holds his hand out for you to grab. And he says, if you trust me, I will not let you down.
Trust shall be a war. I won't give you my trust so easily, but how did Ronny say a few moments before? I don't have enough reasons to not trust you this time. So let's just assume that I'll keep a watch on you. And Ange still kind of passes around them. They're like passing, making circles around them as we say this.
All right. So is that confirmation that we're going to the tip of the spear?
Yeah, I think so.
Confirmation that we're going to the tip of the spear.
Great. Hook, line, sinker. That's where we'll end game, because you have no idea what decisions you just made. I joke. No. It's a great game, guys. Thank you so much. I believe I'm leaving the plot hole of Arthur and Ronny a bit. But you guys will deal with that rat situation coming up, because that's a problem. That's just a bunch of D100 worth of problems.
So now Ange has a good reason for a paint job.
There you go. You're gonna need more than a paint job, though.
Before we all leave, let's all say subscribe. Once.
You only need to say it once, as anytime you say it, it flashes it. So you said it already. But yeah, everyone say at the same time. Go.
1, 2, 3.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
Oh Lord.
Subscribe.
Horrible.
Subscribe.
Campaign canceled.
Subscribe.
Bye. Campaign canceled.
Well,
Later.
good night. I really get some sleep.
Bye.